today we're going up against the Phoenix Suns. So yeah, man. Been doing good in practice so far. We already did practice. So what we gotta do is play the game every time. So all the good shots that I'll be making. I don't know where my hot spots are, but I'm gonna figure it out somehow. Somehow.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
I can't wait to get 2K24 because, I'd rather have it on disc so I could have the online features and everything. Because, like, if you have the disc, you can work on creating your player and everything. So what I was thinking about is getting a team. Because I've been using the Milwaukee Bucks the whole time because they had a good play. They got good players. So yeah, man. I'm going to get it on disc. It's going to probably be on the 14th or the 16th. I don't know when it's coming, but it is coming. But yeah, man. I can't wait to play 2K24.
7 seconds or less.
But that's after I finish 2K22, 23.
Well, it's part of franchise history.
2K26, stuff like that, though. It's still under my planning.
You know, it happens, especially in their most successful era. They've proven that when you play big games at the up-tempo style, you can win a lot of games like that.
And I'm older than you, Shaq, so it was even with Kevin Johnson. It was yeah, no question. Paul Westphal, back in those days, and the Van Arsdale brothers. I mean, this has been a history of playing in the Valley of the Sun, up-tempo, and they're doing it again this year.
Do you think I can toss to Kevin Harlan in 7 seconds or less?
You should be able to.
Well, count it down for me.
7, 6.
Now time to go to Kevin Harlan
4
as they get ready
3,
for the opening tip.
Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a loss to Portland.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that ended up.
Being overmatched doesn't mean you should be outworked. I thought they did exactly the opposite. Uninspired performance.
Minnesota, Devin Booker, J.J. Warren, Jared Dudley.
These games early in the season, it's mostly about establishing a rhythm, I would assume, Doris, to prepare for the long haul of the campaign.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that, Kevin. I think, the veterans are supposed to set the influence on the younger guys. Are we working hard every single day in practice? And there's nothing like having that savvy veteran or head coach who holds you to high standards, because the rookies are going to do as you show them how to do.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. John Lewis out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in the 3 spot. Now, here's Warren. He dishes it to Dudley. 6 on the shot clock. Bledsoe against Jackson. No good from Bledsoe. And the Pistons with possession. This game against Phoenix, here's the first look at the Suns.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the 2 teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
That's good up. On the wing, Booker. The feed to Warren. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Bledsoe. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the 3-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Now here's Bledsoe. Really had troubles in the loss to Portland. To the middle. That's good from Bender on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
You can't shake Bender on these shots. The D is being physical, but in the end, he's just too good.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
know, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with head coach Earl Watson. This is the first meeting of the year between these two teams, but he said those guys are tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet on defense and do our best to deny penetration. See who comes out on top, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And stolen by Drummond. Bledsoe against Jackson. And Lure kicks to Drummond. Again, the Pistons score.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting off the jump out to this one.
And for the Phoenix Suns, it feels like there have been chemistry concerns for us in recent years. What do you say?
You know, Kevin, I think something like that's hard to pinpoint. It just seems like something is off, right? So much of winning in the NBA is about culture. And it's tough to win when people aren't on the same page. For this franchise to turn it around, that's got to change.
Morris kicks to Jackson. Back to Morris. Pass to Lure. Warren against Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope. And another three for Detroit.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Suns trail by 10. Bledsoe kicks to Booker. Now here's Dudley. Tight defense on him. The three, Bledsoe. Phoenix, no good that time either. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in practice. And that one is good. Morris has got 7.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
Boy, they have a chance to put an end to this one before it even really gets started. That's how good their offense has been.
Now, here's Warren. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Bledsoe left side. Phoenix, no good that time either. Pistons leading by 12. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Bledsoe against Jackson. 11 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Bledsoe kicks to Warren. Feeds it to Bender. Takes the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Bender's got his second basket of the night.
He looks helpless to defend Bender. A remarkable player who hits shots with a hand in his face all the time.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lure with it. Out guarded by Bender. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Yeah, as we just saw, you don't always have to get the block to make a defensive impact.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. Pistons lead by 8. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Bledsoe, off the charts athleticism, skills out the door. He talks about the thing he's focusing on most.
The main one is making the playoffs. You know, we fall short every year. And that was pretty much, for me, a big thing I kind of, held on to once the season was over. I put in a lot of work. And, it's paying off, right now.
Raw but ultra-talented when he entered the league. Bledsoe now seems ready to take on that full responsibility, guys.
Yeah, he played in the shadow of John Wall in college, Chris Paul with the Clippers, but now Bledsoe has a chance to cast his own shadow.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Well, I certainly like the play calling. They're keeping the defense guessing, and more importantly, they're generating points.
And chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Brandon Knight is out there at Barbosa. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Chandler. And then it's the Porcelain. Here's Knight. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Here's Tucker. That's good. The assist that time for Knight. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
I know he's not the most efficient long-range shooter, but Tucker hits enough of those to space out the defense.
Marjanovic passes to Smith. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Harris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Going to go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Their next team playing at home is the Nets coming to town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Knight dishes to Tucker. Now, here is Knight. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Brandon Knight has had more than his fair share of embarrassing moments in his career, from being on the wrong side of a chunk of the year, which no one wants, posterized, to missing multiple game-winning layups.
But I think, Kevin, it shows the mental toughness that Brandon Knight has, because even just a few of those moments as a player could wreck the psyche. But he just shrugs it off, continues to mold his game into the star that he has become, never looks back.
Harris outside. The pass to Marjanovic. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Knight. Barbosa with it. Now Smith defending. To the right side. Dishes to Len. Knight against Smith. Knight into the lane. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Smith kicks to Marjanovic. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And the basket by Harris.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here's Knight. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Harris kicks to Smith. The dish to Johnson. Back to Smith. And stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way.
No great intangibles, guys. Very smart guy. He dropped a 4.0, did Knight, back in his days in Kentucky. Well, I think for such a long time, people were trying to figure out if Brandon Knight was a point guard or a 2-guard. Everyone had opinions about it, and the consensus seemed to change from year to year. But it seems as if he's a true tweener, and he can slot in at either position.
That one is off. Bender, he's checked in for Phoenix. Goodwin comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And then for Detroit, Andre Drummond's checked in for Marjanovic. Young comes in for Harris. And Levens is subbed in for Ish Smith. And he can't hit the second.
Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
They get the rebound. Harris passes to Johnson. Out of hand on it.
And they were really using that 9'3" standing reach to block these shots. Just a towering presence. Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy, the players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another.
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to Paul.
You watch the way that Archie Goodwin plays out on the floor. He's smooth in how he covers ground doors, both in the half court and in transition.
Kevin, Goodwin has got length and mobility. Reminds me a bit of a young Manu with how he's able to twist and contort his body while navigating traffic. You'll occasionally see flashes of brilliance from this guy.
On the free throw, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Young's shot is off and stolen by Drummond. Soft touch off the glass. And the Pistons lead by 13.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. 35 seconds left to play here in the half. And sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Clock is at 3. Chipped away. Young with the steal. The finish. An explosive finish there from Young.
And he might not do it too often, but Young can get some good lift if he has a path to the rim.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Dudley. Shot clock at 6. Inside. Here's Goodwin. Second chance shot. No good on the buzzer beater.
And gotta credit the D of Young there, using every inch of his frame to contest these looks.
And we've reached halftime in this one. The Pistons on top, up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Let's go, Cavs. I'm a Cavs fan, man. I'm a Cavs fan. Man,
good work, guys. Bring it in. Have a seat. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than them. Do not let up, gentlemen. Play with the same enthusiasm. Let's get this W.
If I get in the game, though, you talking about how the same
the streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix.
If you put me in, I could probably do it, but you know, sometimes it's good to sit on the bench. Sometimes
well, it's been a one-sided affair
if I'm
so
tired,
far.
though. If I'm tired and they send me to the bench, I'll be perfectly fine with that. But enthusiasm, come on now, enthusiasm. That's if you put me in the game for the court.
I don't think you can let this guy run free through the paint. I mean, you got to put a body on him, or he'll go wild.
Great defensive-minded coaches, too, in the NBA. Who stands out there for you?
Boy, this is Tom Thibodeau for me, right? I mean, he changes the way, you talk about taking away boxes and elbows in the NBA, loading up to ball side, giving up contested twos. That's Tom Thibodeau.
Attention to detail.
No question.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Clippers.
And even in hostile territory, as they were that day, they had no jitters at all. I mean, the confidence kept growing as the shots kept falling.
You know, it's difficult to shoot a high percentage on the road, but because of their poise, they were incredibly accurate. That's great mental toughness.
On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. Marcus Morris is out there with John Lewis. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Bledsoe. That one good for two. Bledsoe's got his first points of the night.
What incredible upper body strength. Bledsoe able to finish through punishing blows.
Morris with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a quick pass.
They set the screen. Warren against Morris. Warren, good.
I'll tell you what, he looks fresh coming out of halftime if that possession's any indication.
Here's Jackson. It's Drummond, high post. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Lure. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. It's his first trip to the line.
Shoot two.
He throw good, Lure, and the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Bender. Len comes in for Jared Dudley. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Devin Booker, and it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. Detroit also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Andre Drummond, and Harris subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And Lure drops them both. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Timeout. Start. And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Do not give them any life out there. Understood? We got this.
When you watch Earl Watson coaching the Suns team, it's easy to see why they wanted him. He seems to connect really easily with these guys. Great motivator, will always have this group fighting from start to finish.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Suns. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. A shot by Knight, no good. And with Watson, the coach, not only is he a great motivator, but he also knows how to develop all the young players on the roster.
Well, I think, Kevin, initially Watson was brought in to help with player development, and that's the exact kind of background you want right now if you're the Suns. And first and foremost, Watson brings leadership to this ball club.
Now here's Jackson. Brandon Knight missing his last shot. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Barbosa for three, drills it from outside. Barbosa's got 5.
He got himself into space behind the arc, and the D never picked him back up. Boy, you can't lose him.
Harris kicks to Jackson. Morris a screen. Just 5 on the clock. It's going to be made 2 free throws, drew contact on the shot. Well, Doris, you've continuously been a leader when it comes to sports broadcasting, especially for men's basketball. Tell us a bit how being in such a tremendous role has affected your career, how you've handled it.
You know, I think about how lucky I've been. Since I've been 7 years old, Kevin, I've played the game, coached the game, or now broadcast the game. It's truly, since I've been 7, shaped everything I do in life. It's amazing.
And I'm sure they've each helped you separately. Like playing gives you a certain coaching the same way.
No question.
You go through it.
Yeah, you know, I've often said playing the point guard position is the perfect position to attack broadcasting from, right? Because a point guard's responsible not just for that position, but the other 4 on the floor. And then coaching, sure, you know, the heartbreak, the competitiveness, all the things that you pour your heart and soul in. But seriously, how lucky am I?
Well, you've got such respect from the viewers, from the listeners. It comes out every time you say something.
Thanks, Kevin.
It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Jackson. Second chance shot, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
The defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
I mean, easily prevented points if they just attacked the boards the way they should have.
Detroit making a switch here. Harris is checked in.
What's up?
The free throw drops for Jackson.
Bless you.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Knight kicks the Chandler, and the shot goes down.
There's a guy who knows how to absorb contact and still maintain control. Chandler able to finish what he started. You know, I'm amazed Tyson Chandler still provides great rim protection. He still has that incredible length with that standing reach, can bother shots just by going straight up. And as a veteran, he knows exactly what he can and can't get away with when assigned to slow down an opposing big man.
And that one misses. And Chandler's certainly terrific defensively. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year in his career. Even if age has slowed him down a little bit, it doesn't negate just how great a defender he is.
I think, Kevin, that's because Chandler, one of the smartest defending big men you'll ever see. He doesn't get baited by pump fakes, doesn't get caught out of position over-helping from the weak side. The numbers aren't the same, obviously, as when he was blocking a ton of shots, but he makes an impact on your defense.
Knight kicks it to Tucker. Back to Knight. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Barbosa dishes to Chandler, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Regardless of that miss right there, that's a shot you want him taking. He practices that all the time, makes a ton of them.
And the basket by Harris.
Boy, when he's in rhythm like this, the whole team benefits. His scoring efficiency gives them a major advantage.
Lang passes to Knight. And Tucker has it in the corner. Langen kicks to Knight. A floater. Detroit with the rebound.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here is Harris. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Johnson dishes to Young. This one for 3. And Young just drilling the 3 there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Kicks it to Land. There's the pick. Knight has a 2-pointer, and he comes off the screen with the jump shot.
So good on the catch and shoot. You don't want to let Knight get dialed in from behind the arc.
Smith kicks to Johnson. He feeds it to Harris. Harris setting the pick for Young. Another 3 for Detroit.
You probably could have set that screen with a little more force, but it got him just enough room to be able to finish.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Pistons ahead. Just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
Why you gotta start, girl? Why you gotta start? I know we make time.
Booker out there with Chris. Then it's Williams. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Harris outside. He kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with the 3. The shot comes out. The Suns go the other way with it. Booker outside. And it's good when it's off the key. They'll get another chance. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Misses the 3. Detroit's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And Young kicks to Levin. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Poor decision making. You know he wants that one back.
Phoenix has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Goodwin kicks to Bledsoe. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow.
Yeah, hard for them to shave this deficit when they've got him shooting such a low percentage.
And that one drops. Baines has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pistons. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It is good.
Well, a guy who usually likes to take it all the way to the rack, Bledsoe's developing a nice in-between game.
Harris outside. He dishes it to Levins. Back to Harris. 5 on the clock. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. And looking back to draft day, you just kept waiting and waiting for Prez to have his name called. Finally, he did, but he's sent to the late first round.
Listen, that's shocking, given how much hype he came into college with. I'm not sure if something showed up on the medical review or what, but I would have thought some team would have taken a risk on Prez before he went where he did.
Well, from a broadcasting perspective, Doris, just how global has the game of basketball grown with advances in the accessibility of the games being played?
You know what I marvel at is how the next generation consumes sports content. Live sports are still what the viewer wants, but you'll see so many people watching on mobile devices, right? Small tablets, phones. It's incredible to me how different our business is, Kevin. News is now not broken in a newspaper story. News is broken on social media.
Don't you think, Doris, it's promoted that way, too, because owners in this league that are very in tune with the tech side of the business?
Many of them are businessmen and have succeeded because they've been visionaries in their field, and certainly they want to know, how is our content getting to that next generation?
Good point. First free throw is good. And Doris, by now, most of us have heard the nickname Mini LeBron for Eric Bledsoe, and it's an apt name out there. He's just so strong on both ends of the floor.
But I think, Kevin, you love Bledsoe's strength per pound. It's unparalleled almost in the league. Probably as strong as some players who have a full foot in height on him. Makes him one of the most unique players in the NBA.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
I think one thing that jumps out at you with Eric Bledsoe is just how fearless he is. He goes right at players who have a huge size advantage, doesn't settle for jumpers even when he can, and he just repeatedly press and prosper.
No doubt that is within his range.
I think that's exactly what you're looking for on the break. Finish right at the rim.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. Point up play. Levens kicks to Harris. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter of this one. There's a screen by Marjanovic. James passes to Marjanovic. He used that pick to get in close.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Bledsoe outside. To the middle. Stolen. Rob. And come on. Follow the shot. And took the line to shoot two.
Shooting for Phoenix, Marquise Chris. 2 shots.
That's good from Chris. Just looking around the league doors, pick a few players you think are going to be the face of the NBA over the next couple of years.
Well, Anthony Davis comes to mind. Certainly the Browns.
Good choice.
Yeah, just you love his multifaceted offensive game. Karl Anthony Towns is another one who...
Isn't he amazing?
I mean,
a couple Kentucky guys, too, by the way.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They certainly are coming out of there fast and furious.
They are.
I'll tell you one guy I'm intrigued by. What do you think the ceiling of Andrew Wiggins is?
That length, his jumping ability, I think he's very coachable.
Yes, no doubt.
Played at Kansas for 1 year, which I think was a great entree into the league. I wonder if the call of Canada is too strong for him to ignore someday down the road.
I'll tell you that. Toronto's a team that has had a lot of defections of free agents.
Yes, they have.
With all these Canadians, does that become a destination?
Interesting. Thompson, and you've got Wiggins and guys, big-name players that could go back home.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pistons.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was. Poor Young. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Good one.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
That kind of ability to adjust in the air is the only way to do it when you're faced with that much of a size disadvantage in the paint.
And here's Levens. Young outside. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.
Man's never been in marquee with a shot down, eh? Trust me, daddy.
Alright guys, if y'all enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Try to post every day, every week when I have free time. And yeah, man, see you guys in the next video. We're going up against the San Antonio Spurs next episode. So yeah, man. And then once the San Antonio Spurs go against them, we'll be able to go and have a rematch of the Denver Nuggets. So yeah, man. I at least want to get the ball game tied up to get it to 1-1 against the Denver Nuggets, because you know the first time we was doing good and all of a sudden we just messed up and everything. So yeah, man, let's just do this practice right quick. And then we could go ahead and put my phone on the charger. And then by the time the practice is in, I end the video right there after the practice. Very spicy. I mean, I like a little bit of hotness, but not all the way spicy. There you go. See what I want to do. Shoot around right quick. Alright guys, on the next episode, we'll be going up against the San Antonio Spurs next video. So that'll probably be after group. Once group is over with in the afternoon, then I'm coming back to play this game. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 more games to play, so we should be good. The grind is real. Like, if you can play this game consistently every day, if you're not doing nothing or you're bored, it's a good thing you can play NBA 2K if you're not bored. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this game. You know, I had to get used to the shot meter because it's like if I pass you the ball different type of ways by using different buttons on Xbox, overhead is Y, B button is bounce pass, and A is regular pass. So yeah, man, you gotta have that consistent work and you gotta know how to play. So I'm just gonna give you an advice of that. Post move is right trigger, and then on offense is right trigger when you try to post them up, and then on defense left trigger is when you have intense defense. Left bumper is how you control how you want to play for your other teammates. If you want them to be in charge of the ball or get open shots, left bumper is the game plan. Right bumper is how you call for a screen when you want to attack the basket. So I'm just trying to give you some advice and tips how to play this game, so you won't be like, I don't know how to play this game. But yeah, man, we're going up against the San Antonio Spurs. But yeah, man, I've been enjoying this series. The storyline is really good. I'm gonna check on my minutes. Alright, so I got endorsements with Nike and Spalding. So I got 2 of those. My minutes, I still got 10 minutes, so I still gotta improve. I'm 55 overall, so I just gotta save my VC so I can upgrade my player. But I'm trying to see what else we could do. The conference standing. Cleveland Cavaliers is 7-0 and we are 7-1, so we are still second in the West. We got 4,474 points, but we in second place right now. Cavaliers is in the lead. They're undefeated, but if I would have knew all these buttons in the first place, I probably would have won the game for y'all. But yeah, man, just want to let y'all know what's going on. But yeah, man, we're going to get to the San Antonio Spurs next episode. So right after the group, I'm coming and hopping on this game because I only got 5 years to be in satellite. So I'm trying to get all my games ready to put on YouTube so I can have new games on PS5. I do have a PS5, but I don't really play it because, you know, I always play Xbox games when new games come out. So I won't have a chance to buy new games for PS5. I got both games though for Madden, but all the games that I had was like 2K26, 2K25, all the 2Ks and all the Maddens. But yeah, man, I like both, but it's just harder because it's like when I first started, I had I was in a foster care facility, and you know they had a PS5 in their group home. I was playing it every day, so I played Madden 21 Next Gen. It was a really cool game. I was using the Eagles the whole time. But once I get a rhythm of it and practice, I should be good. But yeah, man, if y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I catch you guys in the afternoon tomorrow when I post this video. But I might not post it tonight if my phone ain't fully charged, because the one I'm using is not fully charged. It's from the die. So I might be up for a little bit because I got, what, an hour and 30 minutes left at 10:30. So I'm going to just stop right here. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.